Good morning, explorers. Today we are in Epcot, and we just got on one of my favorite rides here, Spaceship Earth. Seeing this? Are you guys getting this? He's making papyrus. Wow. Can you smell it? Do you smell Rome behind me? I smell it. It smells like Rome burning. These guys have to smell it. They got to. What's this guy working on? This guy's asleep. This guy's painting food because of the festival, right? Whoa! Check out this symbolic moment of history. I wonder if they televise that anywhere else. She knows. Mom knows. You gotta love Spaceship Earth. I do. Quite a bit.
Poised to shape the future of this, our Spaceship Earth.
Good stuff. No, great stuff. We're in EPCOT today, guys. Good morning, explorers. Today we are back, of course, at Epcot, and there's a lot going on. We haven't been here in a while, so it's exciting to come back and see all of the changes that have been occurring. Do you see it? Do you see it? Can you hear it? Can you hear the beeps? Can you smell it? That's right, explorers. It's the smell of progress. Many changes are coming to Epcot in the near future. Of course, changes have been a very big part of Epcot over the last year or two as the big gigantic Guardians building comes and kisses the skyline, and we say goodbye to an iconic structure in the middle. That's right, the Illuminations building is no more. Did I say Illumination? The Innoventions building it's completely down. It's really hard to tell just what exactly is going on over there, but what is clear is that something is going on. Who knows what awaits Epcot in the future, but luckily we're here today. And there's a whole lot going on. Because additionally, in the World Showcase, in parts of Future World up here, it is the Flower and Garden Festival. It's very busy. It's spring break here in Florida. It's a busy, blustery, warm, sunny day. A perfect day to marvel at some topiaries. We're gonna look at all the topiaries we can find. We're gonna marvel at the colors, the greens, and the reddish pinkish hues that adorn many of the new corners and crevasses of Epcot in this wonderful festival season. And along with all this festive foliage that goes as far as the eye can see, so comes with it in the World Showcase some new festival eats. They've got food booths set up all over the different countries, and I've been blessed with a festival pass of sorts in the way of former President Jackson. Oh yes, I am for real. With this, the World Showcase is our proverbial oyster, and I believe they have oysters here, so who knows? And it looks like the one and only Winnie the Pooh bear is out, catching butterflies while greeting guests. Look at that. Look at that bear. Silly old bear. I don't know if that's a tried and true technique he's doing, just the swing and hope for the best. Look at that. Oh, what a ham. Wandered into the Seas Pavilion just to get a quick look at some of the ocean life here.
Oh, that's probably fake. They might have real.
Oh, like real, yes. Christina! Turtle! Where? Oh, there's a shark. Look. They're huge. Wonder find it. I see animals. Oh, I see sharks.
Turtle Talk with Crush still behind ropes, but it does look like the exhibits are still thriving in the back. One day we'll be able to look back over, across, and take a look at them. Look at that. We were caught filming from afar, but then an awesome cast member said, why don't you go and get a closer look? Still Ray's looking. We're thinking that's Flash. Those of you who watched the Magic of Animal Kingdom on Disney Plus know that this guy ate an almond at one point. How recently was that filmed?
About a year ago.
So about a year ago, that guy went through an ordeal, but looks like he's a champion. Still rocking and rolling here at the Seas. Flash. That was pretty neat. Thank you, cast member Amy, for seeing us from afar, walking all the way over and inviting us to get a closer look. Generally, in normal times, that is accessible to the guests, but it was kind of a little VIP treatment at the moment. And just like that, joy has overtaken the meadow, frolicking about with a colorful pinwheel. She is certainly in the spirit. Hi, Joy! She's certainly in the spirit of the Flower and Garden Festival at the moment. Look at that, marveling at the wind and the grass. There's no really even true flowers around her, but look, that's not stopping her. She is still joyful. She's joyous. What's she doing? Oh, she's sneaking up on the ducks. She thinks she's a duck, but she's not. She's just an emotion. And the alternate angle here of the water jump, as it were. And right across is another topiary here. This one themed to the wonderful characters of The Lion King. 1994 Rowan Atkinson vehicle. This looks nice. Right before we enter in to the World Showcase, we got this vibrant, colorful design here with flowers and Mickey shapes. And it smells like flowers too. Go figure. Well, it's our first time back here to the World Showcase, the first time seeing the big rig here installed on the lagoon in person, and I don't like it. But I will say it looks the worst when you're coming up the walkway here. Somehow the perspective makes this circle thing over here seem gigantic. It's not that big when you're standing right here on the railing to see it, but it is still really big. Of course, this is all for the upcoming Epcot Nighttime Spectacular Harmonious. These barges have been somewhat of a point of contention, a topic of conversation over the last several weeks, and I get it, they're big. Do they destroy the Epcot skyline? Yes. Are they obtrusive? Yes. But I just saw a fish jump. I don't know. I think it was a fish. Who knows? My point is, it's very windy. My second point is, Harmonious is going to be very good. We've been anticipating this for so long. In a COVID-less world, we'd probably already be watching it unfold tonight. But alas, that's not the case, and our anticipation is stretched out a little further. I think my excitement for what the show will be outweighs any kind of discontent I have with the setup here. And honestly, the setup that is here is a fixable one. I personally wouldn't be too surprised should things return to complete normalcy, 100% capacity, everyone coming in, spending lots of money here at Epcot, that they will indeed trek these in and out just like they did the Illuminations Globe. So, I hear drums.
When I play the stage, I really play the stage.
I'm sorry, but that music was trash. So in my experience, if you don't just commit to something, you're gonna be wandering around for a while. And guys, it smells pretty good right here at Northern Bloom in Canada. The seas kind of got me in the mood for some kind of seafood, and this is something I've never had before, scallops. My heart's telling me I should try scallops for the first time. So first up, we got the seared scallops from Canada's Northern Bloom. This is not a scallop. This is a potato. There's a lot of things at these festivals that I don't even know what they are. They're like Master Chef times 2 and a half. So stuff that I don't know. I go to Zaxby's, I go to Chick-fil-A, I get quesadillas at Taco Bell. So this is a little out of my wheelhouse, but it's an elegant looking meal. Appetizing's not necessarily the first word that comes to mind. Nevertheless, I'm interested to give it a try. These jewels of the sea. All right. that is something. I'm trying to figure out what it tastes most like. Now it said seared. I don't know. I'm gonna scrape just a little bit of the topping off because it is good. I don't know, is that a good sear? Is that a Michelin style sear here at the Flower and Garden Festival? Seared scallops at Epcot. My first scallop. Likely not my last. I'm even trying to figure out what the consistency is because it's not quite, it's meaty, but it's not quite steaky, but it's not quite coddy or salmony. It's a little fishy, but it's got some, guys, this is not my strong suit. That was good seafood. I know Nemo kind of inspired us to start with sea, but maybe that's a motif we keep through the rest of our tour. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who can say? And as we enter into the UK pavilion, I have to admire these fairly Muppetational topiaries here. Got Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. In theory, Miss Piggy, who refers to herself as moi, she should be France-side, shouldn't she? She should be closer to Paris because of moi. And in the UK, it looks like the characters of the 100-Acre Wood have come out to pose on High Street. There is kind of this like Easter egg hunt quality about the Flower and Garden Festival as I'm hunting down, looking for all these topiaries like this one in the back here, the UK pavilion. We've got Tinkerbell out here amidst the different, more appropriately sized fairy cottages. It's wild. It's wild out here back in the UK pavilion where someday they will build the greatest, most magnificent Epcot-style Mary Poppins dark ride attraction. Or here. I don't have my bearings. Maybe it's here. And look at this codfish of a taupe here, the outskirts of UK Pavilion. And explorers, it has been confirmed. October 1st, 2021, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will be open to the public. Speculation is over. We have a date. In the meantime, they've opened up this walkway a little bit more so we can get a little closer to the new land that they've built back behind the France Pavilion, an extension of the France Pavilion. Of course, I wish it was opening a little bit sooner. It feels like we've been waiting forever, and honestly, we have been waiting forever. These are long projects that they've been building for us in Epcot. I'm so excited for when these things are going to be completed and we can get on them, maybe get a fast pass, maybe not, who knows? Who knows what's on the horizon besides the Eiffel Tower and the brand new Ratatouille skyline here. October 1st, 2021. You heard it here, 12th. Something's happening. The music increased and oh my gosh, there's a horse. Oh, it's the princesses. 4 of them. The most world showcasey. My travels have brought me to Hanami, where they serve a festival staple, a flower and garden icon in frushi, which is a fruit sushi. But I'm not gonna lie, that's not the thing that's catching my eye here at Hanami. I like shrimp, I like crab, but I've never had them together. Is now the time to fuse the bottoms of the sea dwelling crustaceans on a cucumber slice? Yes. Look at that. I'm holding it up against the Japanese pavilion backdrop. Trying to dissect what I'm looking at here. It's on a cucumber slice, and then the shrimp and the crab has taken on the appearance of like a coleslaw. And at the very top, they've got this nice, sweet, decadent, what I can only assume is pistachio pudding. I'm not exactly sure how to tackle this. Do I just fork it and go for it? No, I'm gonna try to, there we go. I'm gonna try to position it all. This is gonna be a big bite. This is gonna be unflattering. It's spicy and refreshing. They're definitely like bites, little bite sizes, little samples, which I guess is the point. You don't come here to fill up, you come here to sample and try different things. I was joking before, I assumed this was like a wasabi. But it's not. It's like a lime pudding. I think? I'm so bad at this. But anyway, oh, I can't get it. I'm just gonna go into it. Campai. I think that's the word. That was a whole lot of cucumber. Onward. Epcot. The taupe game since the France Pavilion kind of left a little more to be desired, but Japan's still awesome because of the koi.
One oyster.
One oyster.
Thank you. Alright, so this one was mostly out of curiosity. This is something that I've never even thought about having before. And looking at it in front of me right now, I can kind of understand why I've maintained that notion, but I've heard nothing but good things about them in the past, and specifically these. I'm talking about the Cajun roasted oysters here in America. I don't know what oyster protocol is, like even a little bit. Do you just shoot it back? Should I have grabbed a fork? Nope, nope. It definitely slides. All right. That's way more watery than I thought it was going to be. But I'm into it. This last part here is a little chewy. Did they cook the pearl? Yeah. This last bit here is pretty chewy. Now that I'm an oyster expert, just gonna shoot another one back. I spoke too soon. Let's try to really decipher what we're looking at here. You got the heart of the oyster right here, and then on top of it, spices. I don't know, is that Parmesan? And some green spice. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning that one, my ability to decipher whether something tastes good or bad is incredible. For instance, good. However, my ability to tell you why, not so great. But there's definitely, even though I've never had it, there's definitely some oyster flavor here. Oysters. So for $7.50, curiosity got the better of me, and we have tried the Flower and Garden Festival oysters here. Cheers. My brain told me just in that last final bite that it was undercooked pizza. Take that as you will. Well done, guys. Well done. But I like that I've broadened my seafood horizons here. Unfortunately though, now that we've reached our budget limit for the day, we've got nothing left to do here in Epcot and the Flower and Garden Festival. Not really. We can still hunt for some taupes. Like for instance, I've never seen Snow White here looking so green. Yes, I know. That color pun was pretty dopey. Remember in Alice in Wonderland, at the beginning, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, they tell the story of the walrus and the carpenter and how the walrus sort of swindles the oysters and then he eats the oysters. And the carpenter got mad. I was just thinking about that. Back in Future World, and I'm drawn towards this taupe here in front of Mission Space, starring the one and only Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear, the cheeky namesake of famous astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who surely we all remember as the co-pilot of Apollo 11, which is commemorated here on this moon sculpture in front of Mission Space, which also has the landing spots of various other Apollo missions and NASA accomplishments here. Other missions are color-coded differently, but not Apollo 11. Apollo 11 gets to stand out. The launch date happened on July 16th, 1969, but the landing date, when Neil Armstrong said those specific words, is he going to say the other part? There it is. That happened on July 20th, 1969. And subsequently, it also happened at Disneyland. Or here, I don't know. Check it out. It's a pretty interesting documentary. We just watched it. Nevertheless, the moon and Apollo 11 certainly getting some love here in front of Mission Space. Our next hope brings us right here to the Prince of the Forest himself, Bambi, with his pals Thumper, Flower. Flower and Garden. It's all coming together here. Here's the thing though, Bambi, front to back masterpiece. I watched it again recently and holy cow, that movie slaps. What's the term? I don't know. It's really good. So much better than I remember it being. Those first few Disney movies, Pinocchio, Snow White, Bambi, they're like every frame a painting kind of movie. Literally. I would not be opposed to a Bambi dark ride. I think it could work because basically Bambi is in itself a bunch of tiny, short vignettes of life in the forest. And now that we're getting closer to the Guardians of the Galaxy building, this vibrant blue here, which I'm assuming is some kind of insulation, is actually really inviting. It's tickling the senses for what is eventually going to be the biggest, best thrill ride here in Walt Disney World. And so we've come full circle back at the start here at Spaceship Earth. It's been a fun afternoon we've had here at the Flower and Garden Festival here in Epcot. Tried a lot of seafood that I've determined was pretty salty. Pretty good, but pretty salty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna have a nice glass of water and I'm gonna have a lovely evening. And my wish is that you do the same. So, from Epcot, here at the Flower and Garden Festival, until next time, we'll see you in the happy place. Bye. Wait, where's Spaceship Earth? I walked too far away. Until next time, bye!